Crabs aren't so bad, you know. At least they aren't poisonous.
A dead dragon? Who could have bested one of Rivellon's most ancient creatures?
I'd wager someone or something made mad and mighty by Source.
Careful now. Cave spiders can be rather crabby if you disturb them.
So, we're on the hunt for something capable of taking out not one, but two dragons.
Delight of delights!
Oh, wow! You haven't been pinched in half or drowned. Does that mean you're brave enough to help Desdemona? She sure misses Samson.
Sizing me up like so much rump roast.
It's drawing water from the sea.
It'll use it against us unless we can stop it.
Icy drop.
Eternal silence awaits you!
on board!
What do you think, Source Hunter? Shall I start shredding from the top or the bottom?
Confound it!
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Would you care to hear a little tale?
Poison consumes me! Please, assist me, friends! You don't see all of that blood, do you?
I prize accuracy in my arrows.
Into the fray once more. I strike from the soul of air.
I will expire soon. As good as a new pin.
What's this? I found something.
Your flesh. Why, you're positively radiating. It's been years since a warm blood has wandered through these caverns. An utterly lovely sight. I know not. I know so little. My life in full I recall, from my earliest memories to my most recent sorrows. But why I should be trapped in this spectral form, I cannot say. I was on board a ship from Errata to Sicil. The night was black as ink, and the lighthouse in the distance offered us no aid. The ship's hull soon met the cragged shallows, and we were all of us lost. The thing I can least reconcile is that my own husband, my Samson, keeps the lighthouse. What could have become of him that night? My mind races with the possibilities. Gossipers, they nearly ruined me. In life, I was a natural philosopher, you see. A student of the stars. Errata, an elfish land not so far from Sicil, happens to boast the finest telescope in all of Rivellon. So I set sail, planning to spend several weeks there enhancing my research. When I arrived, I found an instant friend in the telescope's keeper, an elfish scientist named Faladar. We had much to share concerning our studies and found great joy in one another's company. It was a friendship as pure as starlight, but that didn't keep the rumors from flying. As the insinuations became increasingly vile, I thought it best to sail back to Sicil straight away and to introduce Faladar, my friend, to Samson, my only love, putting any and all foul rumors to rest. As you know, though, we never made it. Faladar is lost forever. And what has become of my darling Samson, I know not. He could never. You mean to say he left us to those savage waters on purpose? I can't believe it. And yet, if what you say is true, well, I must meet him in any case. To the lighthouse, you said? Fine.
Desdemona, my love, I should have known you would never betray me. I should have known your love to be as constant as the sky. Madness took hold of my heart, and with razor nails scratched murderous intent into its depths. And yet, look at us now. Not even death could impede our reunion. I beg of you, my love, forgive me. With but a word, you can heal my heart, efface the scars that the lunacy left there. Forgive me, my wife, my own. Forgive me.
You've heard the whole story by now. Perhaps you can help me settle my mind. Half of me is furious, and the other half is utterly enraged. What do you think of my murderer husband?
Repentance or no, Samson, in a fit of jealousy, committed many souls to the depths. He deserves no forgiveness. I wouldn't forgive your murderer until I made him suffer for eternity. I'm sure you'd feel the same.
No, we'll do as I say.
I suppose you're right. The deed is done, and I can do naught but move forward now. Samson, I do forgive you. I do.
Shining soul, my love. From its incomparable purity, even the diamond hides its dull complexion in shame. The nightmare is at an end. We are together again, and shall remain so evermore.
Yes, the past is the past, my darling. Let's go forward together now, hand in hand into the next life.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine gourmet there. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches only hours to the tea. Fresh haddock. Moving for fire.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes,
That excuse has more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman bear. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
What's with you, bipeds and beer? No better drink than milk. Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Won perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina. Winking whiskers! You found my collar? Oh, thank you! Bless you! I shall don it right this instant, and hie me to Maxine as fast as my paws can carry me. You have made me the happiest cat in the world! Indeed you have!
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Here it is. A band of jewels, such as no one in Sicile has ever beheld.
Dear me, but that choker looks absolutely fabulous on you. Simply smashing. I can't believe it's real. Oh, darling Sam, you are a Tom of means after all.
That I am, my little tigress. Behold my true collar and marry me. Make me yours, and my very life I shall dedicate to your happiness.
Oh, what a passionate puss you are, my darling Sam. As impetuous as ever. But indeed you do seem to have the right and reason to be. Oh, I shall hold you in suspense no longer. Yes, my dear Sam, I will marry you.
With a word, you have stopped my heart and set it beating anew with untold vigor. Come, my love, my lean-tailed lady. By the fire of the hearth, let us lie and purr the night away.
And so Sam's story has a happy end after all. Does she, though? She said yes the instant she saw the jewels in his collar. If it weren't for his wealth, she wouldn't give him the time of day.
Heard any good tales, my friend? Ask freely, my friend. I have learned all the birds, the remembering of the... We do not. It is different between beasts and humans. I am lucky to enjoy both.
Hello again, adventurer. Oh, he's always been something of a rat. For my part, I encouraged him to that band of... Oh, I don't even know what to call...
What? Oh, it's you! What news? You managed to drive him away? But what if he comes back? Someone wants to see Victoria dead? Hear you me. You must stop that dog by any means necessary. As mayor of Sicil, you have my permission to take drastic measures if need be. Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you mean the mongrel that's always skulking about the place. I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my eye. I've always been more fond of cats myself. Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the facts will prove me innocent. Keep investigating. You'll see for yourselves in time. What? Oh, it's you. What would you like to discuss? What would you like to know? His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war.
Wing of worm.
Fresh habit.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
You know the story. Sauce? Here? Inside?
Sauce? Here.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the little
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicil?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time
Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster. Crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air. Though I'm quite eager to see it return, I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know. Not to rat out a fellow sailor. Those orcs must be out of their barbarous mind, I'll tell you.
really thinks that Orky
Shores? Wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Ha! Now it...
Those boots that embarrass a bridge crew. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Ha! Now it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the...
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. By all means. I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. I can, but they say, I say mad. It took a while. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But his body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbery reeks of necromancy. Could Jake have been involved with those that raise the dead? It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless. You're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where it leads you. I myself... Now, it may well be established that she is in... And what might those be? What? A mere flea bag won the heart of that exquisite black beauty? I knew I should have acted sooner. And now I've let her slip through my claws. What? Why are you looking at me like that? She's certainly more beautiful than any human lady I've ever seen. Besides, it's easier to raise kittens than kids, I can tell you that. Failed? Who is the mongrel that dares to question my engineering expertise? I take it the mutt in question was referring to the Sparkmaster 5000. It isn't failing, it just became... well, it became self-aware. Frightfully annoying when that happens. You know what? Here's the remote access device with which I used to control it. There's a manual for that somewhere around here, too. Yours, if you can find it. I really should invite Victoria one of these days, so she can help me organize my mess of a library. Those who are raising the dead, the enemy is wily. You have a flair for understatement until they conclude what Oh, a mere trifle for one, but certainly. What would you like to know?
If you must. I'd say they are looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. What do you take me for? An ignoramus? That accursed name rings a God's damned Carillion. He was the last Sorcerer King, a frightful warrior that fell dozens before finally being slain by the army that had risen against him. We may well stand on unholy ground right now, for they say his remains were buried in what is now Sightseal, the Mad King from Mad City. Yes. Discovered anything? It was stolen? Yes, yes. Well, I assume it hasn't crawled back to its grave.
Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Some vim into your routine. Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Join that fun club if you've got an eye for hard potatoes. Join that fun club if you've got an eye for hard potatoes.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches are only hours to the
No better solution to
Potatoes.
Potions to bemuscle you.
More junk.
Scrolls to entussle you.
That doesn't belong to us, you know. Overzealous. No such thing when it comes to sniffing out sorcerers. I say we ought to be able to take and use whatever will make our job easier.
Let's see.
I need a moment to reflect.
Tomatoes.
All this talk of...
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Let's see. Halibut.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.